Hello and welcome back to Streets of Rage 1. How? We've made it to the penthouse of the Syndicate boss, and after pausing and unpausing the game repeatedly, Mike and I are pumped to fucking kick some ass once and for all.
No, not tables! We can't defend against tables. They don't have faces to punch.
In Holy Trope Breakers, we, in a game where you've been going left to right this whole time, now we're going right to left.
So do you think Axel would actually play any of the Metroid games?
Yeah, absolutely. What's going to screw him up, though, is that you can't go into the foreground in order to record your story. Metroid does not have this.
Not until we get to 3D.
Yep, that was change. This is more like ISO. Would you call this isometric 3D?
No, mostly because this is still multiple certain 2D. It just has multiple planes.
Multiple planes, gotcha. Right, because they're all two-dimensional images. It's just you have to figure out where they're standing, not based on how big they are, but where their feet are. This is a game where you will learn very quickly that it's not so much who it is or what they're doing, it's where their goddamn feet are at any given moment. That will tell you their Z position, their X position, it can even tell you their Y position.
Smash him in the head, Mr. Alex. No, Adam. That's right. The black guy, Adam.
I'm gonna call a couple of hard, tight-hitting Adams on my home there. Paralyzed and a blow switch. And also, that we're only taking fall damage because at this stage, Mike and I, not trying to negate falling damage. The funny thing about knowing how to negate falling damage is that you still will take falling damage if you miss the timing.
Alright, here is our boss conflict. First up, level 1 boss with boomerang.
These guys should look familiar. They're still stupidly easy because their AI is exactly the same as the level 1 boss. All they do is cycle from the left, and they go to the right, and they go up and down.
So they're Toad Man?
They're idiots. So we will be
Jugglers.
entering each.
Okay, but this juggler doesn't have his stuff already up.
No, he does not. You are correct. I believe by this point they decided. Alright, guys. We made this juggler, right? I don't like him. You don't like him. Nobody really likes him. So how about we just cut the crap and just let him play?
So you're not actually allowed to obtain specials in this stage. Okay.
That is correct. So dying will not get you specials. It should make perfect sense by now after all the senselessness that we've seen. Having a car here, I don't know, on a yacht, factory, on the side of a high-rise after scrolling for a half hour. In the penthouse, Mr. X is calling the shots. You have to deal with his moves, and you have to deal with his bosses without specials. This is where a lot of people are getting fucked up on stage A because they probably are relying on their specials to get either invincibility frames or to get the knockdown so that they can basically bend these characters to their will.
Right.
These Wolverines are a little bit more powerful now, so you gotta watch out. They deal more damage and they have more health.
Jump kick.
You can't jump kick these guys because then they'll get angry. You have to either punch him or throw him. I think the combination of the two is ideal. But see, he starts doing his phases. He starts using his phase magic when you try to jump kick him.
Okay.
I would classify this guy as one of the earliest guys who tried to punish you by jump kicking him.
Are you sure it's female?
And Wrestler Timer. I mean, would you? Let's think of like an alcohol style gangster. Do you think he would want a male wings, or he would want an wings?
Yeah, but we don't actually see the breasts. And given the fact that the statue is apparently bald, I would assume it's actually masculine.
Dude, that's the game where everything looks like an ass.
I guess we'll just have to wait for the next statue to show up.
More like you have to wait for the next Streets of Rage game.
Really? That's the only time we're gonna see that statue?
No, I mean I'm talking about cleavage. The turkey was there as an option. Didn't even need it. We are kicking too much ass at this point. We got 400 grand a piece. This is ridiculous.
A knife and a cherry bomb.
Cherry bomb. You're kicked away from me, mister. Now. Hey. Don't punch me, bro. I'm sorry. I thought you were here. See, we had to make little jokes in order to make it funny, too.
Because it's the Fat Boy skin, right? Now let's not be Bruce. Let's fade along. So is the start of the reverse proximity based?
It is proximity based. If you're on the other side of the screen, try it. God damn it! Stop trying to throw Fat Boys. Over this. What you want to do in order to take out Fat Boy is stay in the very top lane, but right next to the top lane, so that they will not try to attack right away. But you also want to be sure that they are inside your punching range. You got that? So you're in the not quite top lane because they're in the top lane. You start punching them over and over again. You lock them up for about 12 seconds, and or you do this crap while trying to run the game in a place where you could be standing safely, but instead burning through your first continue because these guys are just fucking atrocious.
Oh, so you guys don't actually bother to input score names. You just do triple A. Okay.
Well, I mean, who else is going to Oh yeah, and apparently you will continue to get lives every 100,000 points after you get your 50,000.
Now this is the first instance of us seeing the white women, right?
Oh yes, it is. It's because these are probably Mr. X's comfort and that is his comfort juggler.
Honestly, there doesn't seem to be all that many of them being called the Crazy 88. Does Kill Bill 1 actually... Yeah, Kill Bill 1 exists at this point, right?
The Kill Bill 1 is still 12 years away at this point.
Really? I could have sworn that Kill Bill 1 was a 90s movie.
Oh, I mean, it would definitely be reminiscent of earlier times, like the 70s, for
But that's because Tarantino doesn't like to go anything past 80s when it comes to musical references.
Well, because he grew up in the 70s and 80s. Right, and Boss 5 rematch, go. We are going to go to that door.
It's the twins.
And we're going to kick it in the ass. We actually do, except for the parts, of course, where we still don't know how to take a falling damage and me being able to continue to fight my brother. to time your hits. Slow down a little bit, get used to the rhythm, and this is the first text we've had for almost the whole game. Would you consider becoming my right-hand man? Answers each player. Both must say no in order to get the best ending. I'll be happy to oblige. Turn on the fucking stereo. It's about to get funky in my penthouse. Slash throne room.
His face looks weird.
Yeah, it's a very conspicuous frown. Kicking up my ass. Alright, gentlemen. You want to see why he's number one?
It's because he's the only one in the game that actually brought a fucking firearm.
Yeah, Streets of Rage 4, they're going to bring guns in. Everybody gets a gun. It's your special. So yes, Mr. X, he's fast. He's ridiculously fast. And what was the...
He'll return to Resident Evil 2 without his gun for some reason.
And what was the flashbulb moment for me growing up was that, yes, your kicks will defeat his gunfire.
Your punch is also apparently disabled gunfire.
It's treated as a jump. Ideally, you want to jump kick because as he continues to fire and you're in midair, your jump kick will continue to block the bullet. Okay, he's on the last health bar. I'm on my last health menu. Michael is about to do something really stupid.
So you actually want to stay in the center of the screen in order to actually have enough time to deal with his plunging attack.
What you also want to do is actually hit the use continue button instead of selecting game over like Michael did. So now my one life is our last chance to kill Mr. X once and for all. Here it comes.
Wow, his lunge does almost half of your life. But jump kicks to save the day.
Take that, you villain. That's right. Adam, in his one appearance as a playable character for the longest time, has single-handedly finished the Mr. X boss fight because Axel's a dumbass. And we beat the game.
Yay! Wait, Adam doesn't come back in 2 or 3?
Adam doesn't come back in 2 for reasons, and dramatically, Adam does not return to Streets of Rage 3 because he's busy. But yes, that is Mr. X lying face down, defeated. You would think he was dead.
As one of the progenitors of the beat-em-up genre, I gotta say that Streets of Rage does have a certain place in my heart, but it's not a very memorable thing for me because aside from doing the random podcast of awesomeness and getting up to I think round 4 on my first attempt, I don't really have many memories associated with the beat-em-up genre in general, and even less specifically for Streets of Rage. Again, the beat-em-up that I always went to was the TMNT game in the arcade. And I didn't get all that far on that either, but yeah, I most certainly did enjoy us going through this, but as that is actually a relatively pretty background.
It better be after we got our asses kicked so often. It's only the second time I had ever seen the credits. The first time I saw it, I didn't even remember it. I just, like I said, me remembering vaguely the Mr. X boss fight was my only main recollection from the game growing up. And it was a big one too, because Mike and I had been plugging away at the game for quite some time before we finally beat it. But yes, this is the final screen of Streets of Rage. You got the best ending as long as both of you resisted the Syndicate's influence, and that ultimately is how you defeat organized crime. And in the next series of parts, we are going to up the stakes a little bit, max out the difficulty, and show you guys what this game can really do to you when you feel like hating yourself for about 2 weeks.
Arg.